But I suppose that cities like Oakland, where I think one of the first chapters was, does that have the same
chapter.
kind of a, oh, the third. And I believe, Sonny Barger is like a friend of yours or a brother of yours?
Both.
He's now in Arizona. Can you just talk a little bit about that relationship? Because I'm curious whether you went to Altamont, which is the Rolling Stone concert.
Did I?
Or any of those
No, I didn't
historic
personally,
things.
and I know several members that did, and what transpired there, watch the movie, or the documentary,
Right.
Give Me Shelter, you'll see what transpired.
I know that Sonny, who is the international leader, or so they call him.
That's what law enforcement says.
So would you consider yourself the national leader?
No.
Because it's always in print, so I go with it.
Well, there's a lot of speculation, and I'm not going to respond to any law enforcement allegations of anything.
But people do look up to you with the world run.
I think that as a spokesperson for the club, I do influence people. And, I've been influenced by Sonny my whole tenure in the club, and I still continue to be influenced by him today.
And he made it into a movie, and I was wondering if you ever did.
Well, he's working on a movie. He did a book.
It's Hell's Angels, Ralph, Sonny Barger, and these are the fellows that did the ghostwriting on it. But the interesting thing is it's bound in leather, and there's an embossed death head on it, which this is not supposed to go to the public, and it turned into a big controversy. I confronted Sonny in the meeting about it, and I said, what is this doing on the book cover? And he said he didn't know anything about it, and wound up being a big argument between Sonny and I, because I opened the book up and I said, so you don't know anything about this? And he said, no. And I said, then why's your signature in it? So that just drove the wedge deeper between me and Ralph Barger. But he did know about it. He signed it. And I think I made it clear to people that although I love the guy, he didn't think the rules applied to him. I was at Russell Baya's house. He lived on Golf Links Road. Sonny lived on Golf Links Road. Russell was mad at me because I wouldn't let Irish transfer. They wanted Irish to transfer. Irish was still in San Quentin. They wanted him to transfer from Los Angeles to Oakland. And there was a rule, no transfers in prison. You had to be on the street to transfer to another charter, and you had to have 100% vote to go to another charter. And I had told Oakland, I said, not only am I not going to let him transfer now, I go, when he comes home, he's got to come to the meeting and he's got to explain to Los Angeles why he's jumping ship during a war. And then maybe I'll vote for him to transfer. I said, but you got, me and Russell were going back and forth, and, Russell kind of looking at me like, you dirty bastard, you got us on a technicality. And so Russell and I, kind of settled and Russell and I were pretty tight. We settled our differences. So he said, well, there's somebody who wants to meet you. And I said, yeah, and he goes, yeah, he's right down the street. I knew immediately it was Sonny. I'm going to tell you, and I'm not going to candy coat it, man. I was excited as hell. I'm going to meet Sonny Barger, man. And I've been hearing about this guy since I was in high school. And now I'm finally going to meet him. And we went over to Ralph's house. We rode our motorcycles over there. It was, I don't know, a few blocks away. We didn't walk. And pulled up on our bikes. And, this not a big guy. He was kind of buffed out from being in Folsom. Comes out, and, he's got his Dobermans there, Rottweilers. I can't remember what he had at the time. I think Rottweilers. And, he tells them to calm down. And, they mind him, I mean, it's impressive. The whole house is like there's a big fence out in front. Opens the house and he, shakes hands with me. He said, yeah, I've been hearing a lot about you. Good things, man. And we go in the house and he tells me the Satan slaves have given me extremely high marks. And Oakland, the slaves are very close. And he's a Mickey Mantle, man, Muhammad Ali of the outlaw bike world, and he said, I've been hearing good things about you. Slaves give me high marks. And, we sit down, we're having coffee, and it's pretty hot down there, huh? Because, the war's going on. And I go, it's nothing we can't handle. I'm trying to be cool and confident. And he goes, well, you got your hands full, I know. And how's the old man? I go, he's good, man. He sends his regards, and we play a little diplomacy, and then, he goes, hey, Animal's looking for you. He opens the door to the Animal conversation, and he lets me know that he knows, because there's a lot of people didn't realize it, that Paul Animal Hibbets and I went to school together, and that Paul Animal Hibbets also hung around the question marks like I did. So we've got these real deep roots, and he wants me to know that he knows, because other people didn't realize it. They had actually sent Animal down to disrupt things, and people found out that I had gone to school with Animal, and that Animal used to copy Cheryl, my wife's, problems on her page. She let him, so they were kind of like, well, we can't send Animal down there to raise hell because he's friends with him, but he let me know about that. He said, Animal's looking for you. And, we had small talk, had a few cups of coffee, talked about motorcycles, talked about how good it felt to be home. And, basically, man, you try to resolve that thing down there. I mean, it was interesting. Usually Sonny was, for whatever happened, it's like he didn't seem to shy away from conflicts. He liked conflicts. I know that the Banditos came to town, and they came to the Oakland clubhouse. Now, Cisco Valdemera had a problem with the Banditos. Banditos had pistol whipped him when he was going through Texas one year. And for what? I don't know the circumstances. I just know he got pistol whipped. And so, like, Sonny, I felt Sonny set up the Banditos. He told them they had a safe passage. Yeah, come on down to the clubhouse. And when they got down there, Cisco was waiting for him. And Cisco pistol whipped the Bandito that was waiting at the clubhouse. Told him payback's a motherfucker. Goes, take that back to Texas. And so Sonny was not one to shy away from things, but it was real weird on this issue with the Mongols. I'm thinking it out. It's going to be part of my new book. I'm trying to figure out what was going on. During the course of the war, we had the Mongols down to 18 members at one time. And the Mongols themselves were shocked to know that we knew we had that good of intelligence on it. They go, how in the hell did you know we were down to 18 members? And I said, well, a lot of street work. But Sonny had undermined the whole thing. We were like getting ready to end them. And Sonny got involved in it. He mucked everything up. It was something that was controversy in the club. It was kept within the club. It wasn't public knowledge, but it was a controversy. But, he told me Animal was looking for me. I went and found Animal over at the clubhouse. And, I was really, it was just exciting to meet him. Finally, all these years I'd heard about him, and now I got an audience with him, and he's treating me with respect, and it was very, it was a special moment to me.
A lot of people my age, you got to remember in 1947, in July of 47, I was 8 years old. In July of 57, I had been a Hell's Angel for 3 months. So when I saw the movie I said I want to be just like that guy, Lee Marvin. I really enjoyed the part he played in that movie, and I hope I patterned my life after the way he acted in it.
This man probably knows more about the Hells Angels than anyone. He is Sonny Barger, who helped organize the group 21 years ago and is considered by many to be the most powerful man in the Hells Angels. In his first interview since getting out of prison 2 months ago, Barger said few of the charges against the Hells Angels have been proven.
We're mostly a bunch of happy-go-lucky guys trying to make it in this world, you know. We're a little different. We ride motorcycles and, you know, we don't wear suits very often, this and that. And we're seen by the public. And when the police say these guys are killers, these guys are dope fiends, these guys are dope dealers, this and that, it's probably not too hard for the public to believe because they see us standing out from the rest of the population. But as far as any truth to it, I say there's no truth to it.
This is Barger's house on a quiet street in Oakland.
I'm stuck in Folsom Prison and time keeps dragging on.
Barger spent 6 years in prison on a narcotics conviction. Now he says he wants to live here with his wife in peace, and that few Hells Angels are really looking for trouble. But California and federal authorities say Barger is putting on an act. The Hells Angels began here in California more than 30 years ago. Law enforcement authorities used to worry that the Hells Angels would get drunk, ride their motorcycles through a small town, and take it over. Now they're worried that the Hells Angels are more interested in taking over legitimate businesses. And a federal grand jury is hearing evidence that the Hells Angels, operating out of this clubhouse, are using arson, murder, and money made from narcotics to build and protect a sophisticated worldwide criminal organization. An organization interested in a lot more than just motorcycles. Brian Ross, NBC News, Oakland, California.